What's up, guys? It is I, once again, Yusuf Al Sanad, and today, guys, I want to review the 1990 Adrian Lyne cult classic, Jacob's Ladder, and this will be the first of a series of horror films I hope to review for you guys this month in the upcoming Halloween season. And Jacob's Ladder is actually a film which I've been wanting to talk for a very long time. I loved Adrian Lyne's Fatal Attraction, and I haven't seen Indecent Proposal, but I have seen Unfaithful, which I really love, with Adrian Lyne and Richard Gere. But this movie here, Jacob's Ladder, is by far my favorite of his work, and the movie that actually inspired the Silent Hill series. Now, if you guys don't know, Silent Hill is a survival horror game series that started on the PS1 and is now being released on the PS3 and the PS4, I believe. But there was going to be a Silent Hills, a new game called Silent Hills, but it was cancelled apparently due to some issues between Konami and Hideo Kojima. But this movie is what inspired the Silent Hill series, as well as other films like Solaris and David Lynch's movies. But this movie, it really is an insane yet very fascinating thrill ride as we follow this man named Jacob Singer, who's played by Tim Robbins. A man who was once happily married to the love of his life, Sarah, with who he had 3 beautiful sons with. And after the death of his little boy, Gabriel, he was in a state of depression and he wanted to escape from that depression. So he decided to enlist in the war at Vietnam, where he served as a soldier in his platoon. And he and his men at the beginning of the film are at the brink of exhaustion, and they are slowly losing it mentally, physically, and they're just broken. And something began to happen as they are attacked by who they assume to be the Viet Cong. Jacob's platoons, their minds are just going nuts, and they start to have these seizures, and they start going crazy. The bodies start to react very rapidly, and the blood starts coming from their nose, their eyes, their ears, everywhere. One of them starts puking, and none of them can tell what the hell is going on. And Jacob is caught in the middle of all this, and as he tries to escape in the woods from all this disaster, he gets stabbed or impaled by the enemy soldier. And that's when Jacob suddenly awakes in a train station. And Jacob is now in a relationship with this lady named Jezebel, or Jezzy, who is a woman that works at the same post office he's in. And when Jacob awakes from this nightmare in the Vietnam War in the train station, he tries to find his way out as he's lost and confused. But the entrance to the train station is barred or blocked. He doesn't know what's going on, and then suddenly Jacob starts to see these creatures, these demonic figures. Paul and other people in Jacob's platoon are going through the exact same thing. They are seeing these creatures who they believe are following them. Such creatures like these masked men who are having these exact same seizures, where their head moves rapidly like this, and how they start to see these pale-faced figures wearing a suit, kind of like Slender Man in a way, and how they aren't sure what exactly these things are, and it's destroying them and driving them nuts. And we do get a explanation or exposition by this one doctor, a chemist who appears near the end of the film, that explains to Jacob that this sort of hallucination that they're experiencing, he and his platoon members, it's a type of drug invented by the military and the government, in which he, the scientist, was hired as one of the people who worked on this drug, which is referred to as the ladder. And it tackles down the primal fear of these men and makes them go crazy. This movie, despite the insanity and all that stuff, It's a really amazing, fascinating film that has a very compelling story, a great character in Jacob Singer, and his relationship with Jesse, who's played very well by Elizabeth Pena, and his friendship with Danny Aiello, who plays Louis, his doctor. It's all really good, and I love Adrian Lyne's direction, because guys, you would not think that this is a movie directed by Adrian Lyne, who made films like Fatal Attraction and Unfaithful. He's not known for this kind of storytelling. But this story was written by another writer who I think is Bruce Joel Robin, I think. But it's a really good story that has a very compelling character in Jacob. Great chemistry between him and Elizabeth Pena. I really love the idea that this film presents about the conspiracy, a government conspiracy about these drugs that's driving these men nuts, and how they are trying to enhance their fighting capabilities to win against the Viet Congs, because they put their country above these men's lives and their families, and it's really disgusting. And we do see how the chemist or the scientist who brings this news up to Jacob, it really did destroy him. The fact that he had to create this drug, this ladder, and Jacob, like the title of the film suggests, is going through this ladder, this phase where he has to accept the mistakes of his past, and he has to let go of those people he holds dear to his heart and move on, because that is essentially what the ladder is, and how Jacob really can't seem to let go of the people he loved most, especially Gabriel. And it's a really heartbreaking story, but it's also a very beautiful one. And just like Silent Hill, specifically Silent Hill 2, Jacob is not just a man who's delusional or going insane. He's a very tragic figure that is trying to figure things out. He's trying to understand why is it that these demons are haunting him, and whether he is crazy or he's not. I really love this film for all the reasons I mentioned, from the story to the direction, the characters, especially Jacob, the performances by Tim Robbins, Elizabeth Pena, and Danny Aiello, and this is a really great horror film, guys. I mean, it's a great horror film, but a great movie in general. It's a cult classic for a reason, and I'm very sad that it didn't make the money it was supposed to at the box office, nor did it get any recognition. But this is a very compelling horror movie on the same level as Roman Polanski's Repulsion, or William Friedkin's The Exorcist, or like Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. It is that good, guys, and it's a movie you have got to watch, and I highly recommend it. And yeah, that's my review of Adrian Lyne's Jacob's Ladder. And thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, and do check out my gaming channel where I do Let's Play series, video game content, all that kind of good stuff. Until next time, peace out, take care, adios, amigos, au revoir, and sayonara.